He has to like be really quiet, close to it or something.
What about now?
There you go. Much better.
What about now?
There's no tomorrow. Right now.
Come on. It's everything.
Really?
Right now. Can't stand something in the moment. Something doing it right.
Here and now. It means everything.
Dry death in an engine is where it hydrolocked for a split second and it bent the rod. I mean, just ever so slightly. Just a little bit.
I had my rod bent before. It hurts.
Yeah, but what? Rick, you never told me.
We family, but not that family.
It's like we getting close in here. It's like, hey. Wait. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Critical Thinking Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle, along with my co-host,
Rick the Rizzo, and our other co-host,
Sean.
And the other Mexican in the room, John Cena.
and this is a critical look at all things gaming, movies, collectibles, and so much more.
I couldn't do it. Sorry. I didn't want to scream too loud. You guys have me like super loud right now.
John, see you let yourself go.
You can't see me.
let us go, lost all the muscles, and
Yep, he gave it up for a keg of beer.
You want to see a muscle?
Hey,
It's the most highly developed one in the world.
you obviously have a piercing on that muzzle.
Whoa. They call me the Prince. Albert.
Anyways,
Holy
guys.
crap.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
I know. I don't know who you are.
I don't even know who you guys are. I don't want to. Get the fuck out of my house.
This is more our house now than it is yours.
I know.
You spend more time in the garage.
You're paying rent? God, yeah. All right, I like this. I do spend more time in the garage. There's there's more company to talk to in there.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there are more friendly faces. Hey,
there's only your C10 in there.
that's what I said. So at least he talks back to me, tells me and he appreciates me. Fuck you guys, you never tell me shit.
Does it start now because you don't have a steering wheel?
I know, it does. I fixed it.
Oh, you fixed
Damn,
it.
he putting you on blast.
I know. Yeah, but he don't know. What does he know? I don't know.
He knows his truck. He knows his truck don't work.
The truck did not work, actually. So anyways, guys, we're back and we're back in the saddle again. Apparently here we all had boats, so we made it out. Whoop, whoop.
Is that a racist joke?
What?
Oh, at least he didn't say we swam here.
That wouldn't have been racist. That would have been stereotypical. Yo, brown ass.
I am from India.
Not that brown.
So what, you rode an elephant?
What he does in his personal time.
Hey.
No judgment here, Miguel. If that's what you're into.
A slight bit of judgment. A slight.
Look here, Shawnees.
I was gonna say, Kyle, why don't we introduce this as Season 2, Episode 1?
We are?
Yeah, because we were gone for a
Hold
good
on.
while.
Let me ask my editor. Sean doesn't answer the phone.
He's not answering the phone. He don't like the fake answer.
You know,
Pick up the damn phone.
What?
Answer! There you are, sir. Okay, I got a question for you. Are we going to season 2?
Yes, that okay.
That okay?
Okay. You know what? No accents for you. Get the fuck out. No, you know what I was thinking?
Put me
in my
under
head,
fucking pressure here, man.
You're
Come
supposed
on.
to be like, that's new business, and we did not discuss new business until next quarter.
I can't do
Season
that,
2,
boys.
as racist as we want to be. Is that what it is? Mexican with attitudes with a white guy.
What makes this a season? Are we at 100 episodes yet?
That's what I was gonna do it, but since we were gone for a while, I figured we do it because we've already been with the year with.
See, so I guess our season 2 would consist of us being gone and lazy and not enough to boat here to the recording studio.
Hey, I came here.
What?
Hey, I came over here.
You did, but you have a hybrid, so it floated. Anyways,
You know, the guy in charge of the movies is the one that came up with the Season 2 shit. I mean, come on.
but we didn't do like a cliffhanger.
I mean, well
We should make this the season finale.
in our
Next time.
You know, Sean and I had this discussion.
Who shot
beforehand,
Rick?
but for some reason, y'all two motherfuckers didn't answer.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Huh?
Sean and I had this discussion on Messenger. But
I
y'all
know
two
what you
motherfuckers-
said. I was fucking with you, but I don't know what you said.
See what I'm saying?
He can hear you, but he can't hear you.
Yeah.
What you saying?
I'm just saying, y'all don't listen.
I'm sorry, what?
See?
No, because I can't be doing that. I'm at work.
You say what?
What?
It wasn't. It was when you were at home.
He was fucking.
No,
No, he wasn't. He was sleeping.
I was sleeping. Shit. This is what, you know what they say? They're always like, you know what? When you get married, your sex life falls in the toilet. No, when you get married, you got responsibilities. You got to work your ass off, and you ain't got time to be fucking.
That's why you sleep creeper when she's sleeping.
No, I mean, like, I'm tired. Get off me, bitch.
There's no way in hell you tell your wife to get off me, bitch.
Yeah, I do. She hits me and beats me horribly bad. Somebody save me.
Hey, guess what? She's right outside the door. Wants to come in.
Don't let her hit me again. Not again.
She's out there with a tire iron.
With as many personalities you have, I think you'd never be tired.
What? Nobody talks to Steven right now.
It's his other personality that gets the action. So I okay. So this is season 2. Awesome. I didn't realize we had a season finale, but I guess we dropped the ball on that one. But we all did survive the hurricane.
That was the
Harvey.
finale.
It was.
That was the finale.
Oh, Hurricane Harvey.
That's right.
Hurricane Harvey, which was extremely tragic for Houston. Whatnot?
Yeah, on the serious side, yeah. I was gonna make a bad joke, and I decided not to.
Let's don't. And you know what's funny is I think it's fair to say that if we do joke about it, we don't really mean it. We all went through it. It was really bad, especially of us because a lot of us were near the Brazos. Sean was up there where I-10 was flooding, and me and Rick and Miguel's area flooded quite a bit. So you know, I look at it now, and to be honest with you, I laugh a little bit. Not because I laugh because of what didn't happen, but because, man, you can't help but laugh because this is just a clusterfuck turd shit going on down here. But we made it. We're good. Unfortunately, not all of our family and friends did. You know, just a moment of, you know, just kind of like, you know, Greg, he lost his fucking house. I know a lot of people lost their house. So a few people for them, like just a moment to just say, you know what, and we're sorry for what happened, and we wish you guys the best, you know. So, and Houston strong, as they say, Houston strong.
Who you in Rosenberg, bro?
Rosenberg Brown. What's up? Get the fuck out of here.
Texas is like a 500-mile radius in Texas, you know?
Look,
You mean Houston is a 500-mile radius in Texas?
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah.
Somebody get Shawnice a drink.
Sean Neese.
I forgot the Captain Morgan.
Why are you expressing him to be a girl? Are you Caitlyn Jenner?
I think that something's coming out out of his deep psyche.
It's the long hair, I think.
I'm looking at the hair.
You know, if I turned you around and put a boobs on your back.
You know, right about now, Morgan is looking tougher than you. I'm just saying.
First of all, I'm jealous because these two motherfuckers can grow hair. All right? My bald ass over here. It's like, shit.
Shave the pubes, bro.
No. What? Transplant that shit to the top of my head? Shit, I'd rather take the hair from my back.
You have a serious bush going there, bro.
What am I? No, I'm gonna shut up. Man, that was and the Starving Pygmies. I don't know good either, man. that was bad what I was thinking right there. So anyways, we're glad to be back, and we really honestly I have a few things to talk about, like as far as like what I don't want to like drown that show with that. Let's either we get into the trailers or we do something else. What do y'all want to do?
I want to talk about Trump.
Get the fuck out of my house.
And this podcast's over now.
I mean, I don't want to go too much into it. I mean, yeah, we already made our little talk about, about everybody that had, it was tragic and everything. But I mean, it was blasted all over the news. And that's all you got to see the whole time. So, I mean, I figured,
I guess for some of our listeners who are in other states and stuff that don't really know, I think the part that really got Houston hit hard was the fact that it rained so much.
It stayed.
And then we had a lot of the Brazos and a bunch of other big rivers that overflowed.
It's going to rain.
Yeah, basically. And
it was raining sideways.
It was crazy. Water came up real fast, a lot of flash flooding. And, here's what's weird. I think it's easy to talk shit about something about how do people drive through water or how do people's houses flood and people don't stop it or whatever to know until you're there. And what's funny about the water that I noticed was that it would start off like a joke almost. Like it wasn't nothing. People were looking at it like, oh, that's not going to happen to me. And like an hour later, your fucking house is underwater. So you really don't have time, like some magic. And it's not like it takes 5 minutes to lift your whole house up. I lifted my whole house up. Like everything in my house got lifted up. And it took hours of thinking and processing and screaming at each other and fighting because you don't want this to happen. you know. And
even the couch is still high right now.
I know, that's the ghetto lift there, boy.
well, luckily my wife is Mormon, so we have lots of food storage, and that's exactly what we put the fucking couches on.
That's cholo there, boy. That's cholo.
But you know, and it's interesting because as I'm watching we had a lot of friends lose their home and their cars and stuff, and as a mechanic, I saw tons of cars come into our shop, get towed in, and they were flooded, and I couldn't get to work for like 2 days. I'm just gonna say, like, it was. If you go through it, you'll understand. It was surreal. Yeah, it's surreal, and you can't escape it. These people were, there were people out there who were milking the system, okay, like driving their cars into water like a bunch of dumbasses, and I think here's the thing is I think people panic and they make really dumb decisions, and it's not based on like they're stupid, they're just scared. Yeah. And being scared is real. I was for real scared at one point when we got the thing to, you know, mandatory evac, get the fuck out. Like, it was really scary, and we didn't know where to go. There was nowhere to go. So the only place we went is to my parents, which had a 2-story house. And we thought, well, if we lose it all, we lose it all. And then I thought to myself, like, how do people recover from that? And there are people having to deal with that. And like, you don't understand. They lost everything. Not like yeah, your insurance pays for their car, but it's not that easy. Finding a new car is not that easy. You don't get like a big ass check for $30,000 on your $2,000 car.
Well, I got stories for you, and here's one to attest to how quickly the water came up. My house where I'm at, we're high enough we weren't too concerned, but there's a river down the road from us, and there's another creek down here. My wife asked me honestly, because she's not from here. She said, "Are we worried? Are we going to be okay? Are we going to be fine? We'll be fine. If that river makes it to us, then we were supposed to die." Because I'm not joking, because that river's a good distance away, and I've never in my entire life ever seen it come this far. Well, the other creek that separates my town from the bigger town, Wharton, y'all saw what happened to Wharton.
Yeah.
Well, the Colorado came down from that direction, came down heading north. This little creek, which you drive by, I looked at my wife and said, "Hey, check it out. It's still kind of high." Because we went to HB because it was still open and got a little bit more groceries, and said, "It's kind of high. That's going to jump here pretty soon." Well, my son went to his girlfriend's house that same day when we got back. He went over there to go help him do something. An hour later, we got a phone call from him in the panic mode. Basically, we gotta go. The water is in the house. It rose that quickly. It got into not an inch, it was a foot, whatever the hell it was. It got in there quick. They couldn't save anything. By the time it was too late. They had to get out and run off to her grandmother's house, and they were lucky she didn't get hit by the water. But Wharton drowned. And the thing you talk about,
the pictures.
The whole thing about FEMA, okay. You drive through Wharton and you drive through Katy and you drive through Houston, especially Katy, and you drive through Wharton and you go down every street and you see everybody's house is just, you see all their crap on the street, and it's depressing. It's downright disheartening to see everybody losing all their crap. Well, they got in there real quick, and my son was there helping them every day, cleaning shit out, tearing stuff down, and everything else. So FEMA comes by. FEMA came by my house and told me, "Hey, how'd you do?" "I'm fine. We didn't lose it. We only just lost our food. The power went out for 24 hours and we lost our food. But that's the damage. We didn't lose anything else. Made sure the wind did a few things to the house, but that's going to be fixed by the people we bought the house from." He goes, "Well, go ahead and log your claim. Get your money back for your food and everything else." I said, "You know what? There's a lot of guys I know that have lost a hell of a lot more, and I don't need to be worried about $150, $200 worth of groceries from FEMA to take care of me. I'm blessed enough that my wife and me, we can take care of this." They totally hosed over my son's girlfriend. They told him, "It doesn't appear that your house flooded. I'm not giving you a dime." Pretty much. They told him, "Go take this fist up the ass."
Damn, that sucks.
And here's the thing. My wife's friend here in Rosenberg, right here down by the Brazos. Okay. Remember when it rained really bad beforehand? And the Brazos rose really big, and it flooded a lot of houses? Well, they lost their house in that. They weren't ready for that. The Brazos came quick. Well, they got money from FEMA that time. They rebuilt. The water from this one got even higher. He went through his house. If I was to tell you right now, the water would be probably about this high in his house. You could see the watermarks, just nasty, disgusting. They lost it all. So yeah, I feel for everybody. So
yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I don't mean to break us down.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but FEMA is notorious for that shit. This lady brought 2 cars to our shop saying FEMA was going to take care of it, and I didn't have the heart to be like, "No, FEMA's not going to." No, FEMA's not. And if they do anything, it'd be like $20, and it'd be like a pack of Cools, and it'd be like 2 or 3 months from now.
I don't know if you saw the picture, but I showed Mike the picture. It was an aerial photo over the Baytown Raceway.
Yeah, where they have all the cars,
all the damaged cars.
Like over 500,000 plus cars were destroyed. You know, here's what's weird too. Like, I got asked a lot of questions,
and I'm gonna give you props for that. You went out and did a Facebook Live about the car.
Yeah,
stuff.
I did do a Facebook Live about the car thing because I found out something interesting. And this is for Texans, and I don't know how it is for other states. So
breaking news.
Dr. Scorsese says this is important shit.
You know, it's something I found out, and I'll make it really fast. If
it's sex.
Yeah, not mine. Shit, you should know. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Anyways, no. So if a customer calls and they call their insurance company because their car got flooded, okay, and their car was considered a total loss, and the insurance company calls them and says, "Hey, I'm going to offer you $5,000 for your car. We consider it a total loss." They go, "You know what? Nah, I retract my claim." In other words, I don't want $5,000 for the car because I don't want to claim it. I don't want you to total it out. And the insurance company will basically go, okay, and that's it. So that person could then somehow rig that car up and sell it as a never flooded, non-total loss vehicle. And y'all need to be aware of that, because what killed me is I thought once the insurance company looked at it and made in their little notes, piece of shit flooded car, that note would end up on a Carfax or something like this. That note only ends up if they go through with the claim, which I tried to do on my Facebook, but it kept acting. Greg was calling me because his house was flooding. So, but I realized at that point, you can still buy a flooded vehicle. Some of these aren't that bad. Some of these cars aren't that bad in the sense that they weren't bad enough where I couldn't rig it up. I'm not going to do it, but somebody could rig it up. I've seen worse, man. I've seen total cars get fixed. There were some moldy ass, nasty ass cars, and people will try to get these cars. So that's a little scary to me, because a lot of people lost their cars and are now trying to buy used cars, and they can fix them very fast. Very fast.
What about that story I heard about a guy who took a water hose and stuck it in his car to try to get it flooded?
I'm sure he would. I'm sure you could. Yeah. In fact, that's another thing too. Is like, don't think it's a good thing either. Just because you total out your car and oh man, your car is a total loss. Some people make out okay. Like Greg's little Kia was a piece of junk, and they gave him like $3,300. But he's been without a vehicle for 2 weeks because he can't find a vehicle for $3,300 that's worth a fuck like his Kia was. So you know, I was just kind of like, man, that really sucks. So a part of me is kind of like glad I didn't go driving around in the water. And I have a big truck, and I'll be honest with you, that was one of the biggest pet peeves I had as a mechanic. People would bring their car. Oh, I didn't go through no flood water. No. Fucking intake is full of fucking water. Air filters soggy, wet, dry, sucked into the intake. And now here's another thing too: is there is such a thing as dry death. Dry death in an engine is where it hydrolocked for a split second and it bent the rod. I mean, just ever so slightly. Just a little bit.
I had my rod bent before. It hurts.
Yeah, but what? Rick, you never told me.
We family, but not that family.
It's like we getting close in here. It's like, hey. Wait. So, anyway, so long story short, yeah, dry death is where the car bends the rod, and you don't know. And 6 months or a year later down the line, it throws the rod. And next thing now you have no way to claim it on your fucking insurance. So good luck with that. So if you're out there looking for a car, just buyer beware. And remember, you're making the final choice. So if you don't take a mechanic with you to try to look it over or anything, you're kind of on your own. And if you buy something, there's no one else to blame but you. So that's just the way it is. So be very buyer beware right now.
Pendejos.
See, we don't need no stinking patches. Hey,
that is our news alert.
Dr. Scorsese, that was good shit.
Sounds like Dr. Scorsese is a little high right now.
Dr. Scorsese was hanging out in Colorado.
With Miley Cyrus.
I was just breathing. I have a vaporizer.
Anyways, so anybody else got anything cool to say? Because if not, we're going right into these fucking trailers.
Hey, while you were doing your Facebook Live, our man here, Shaniqua, was out there helping people in the water.
I heard you got TB shot. Did you get your TB shot?
No.
Oh, you know what that water was? That was sewage, raw sewage water.
Well, there was actually a chemical spill too. So there was chemicals in the water. There was all kinds of stuff.
So, any girls out there listening, Sean's semen is completely tainted.
You will have uranium babies.
But this baby's got 3 arms.
I was in a boat. I wasn't waiting for this stuff. That was perfect.
It really was. That's good.
Yeah, but yeah, Port Arthur, that's where I was with my friend Jordan. He's been in the military. He's a combat veteran. Came down for a little while to just help. And so we went over there. He had the rescue gear and everything. It was awesome just getting to be able to do some help for people, get them to their houses back and forth, and when it was flooding. And it was a tragedy seeing, that people really just lost almost everything. There was some weird stuff too. Like one lady actually had like a whole side of ribs that had been in the freezer, and they floated out of the freezer. They were floating around the package out in front of their garage door. So I was like, well, okay, there's some gator bait there. We know where the gators are going to go. But
you didn't cook them?
They were thawed out, that's for sure.
Who knows what was in them, too? What's soaked in there.
Hey, they were still frozen, so they were floating.
And they were package wrapped with, they were good. I think they were fine.
You could have got some power, man. You could have been Superman or something after that.
A little fire would kill the germs.
Little fire.
No, it'd be the chemicals I'd be worried about.
But honestly, what inspired you to go do that?
Really, it was mostly my friend. It was mostly Jordan. He was like, "Hey, this stuff is going on. I feel like I really want to do something about it and help people out." And he was like, "And you know what? It'd be a chance to get back together again after all these years, and we could do some good together." And I was like, "Well, hey, you know what you're doing. You actually know what it's like being in combat zones, and you actually have all the certifications for doing rescues and stuff." So I was like, "You know what? If you think I can be helpful, then I'm coming because." Sure, why not?
And I'm going to put that out there right now. This is the only bastard that called to check up on me. Did I get a call from you? No. Did I get a call from you?
First of all, I knew that you were okay.
How'd you know?
Because you're brown and you're good in water.
Oh.
You can swim, motherfucker.
You got brown too, bro.
I know, that's why I was fine.
My
wife is pretty white, so I had to make sure she stayed above water.
Sean said he's going to come save me in a boat. I felt the love.
I did.
I was going to get on the boat and go, I'm the king of the world.
Put your shirt back on, Miguel. Damn, this is a family radio.
That's why there's no cameras in here.
No.
Our eyes hurt. He had his shirt off.
Oh, I thought you were looking at like porn or something. I don't even care anymore, man. I just don't even care.
He was looking at corn porn.
Corn porn? What the fuck?
People that are into fucking corn. What the hell?
Take that cob, you bitch. Take the cob.
You know what? $10 says that there's that shit actually out there. Anyways, let's get back to the show, motherfucker.
It's probably an anime.
Oh, God. Let's jump into trailer talk.
Hey,
the corn has eyes.
Stop.
The banjo showed up.
We totally talked about getting you a banjo.
I wouldn't doubt if you really know how to play the banjo.
B-I-N-G-O. That's what you were saying.
And Bingo was his name. Oh.
Now give us a metal feel.
I'm so tempted.
All right, the first one we saw was the current war with the I'm about to put him in like third person talk. Benjamin Cumberbatch about the current war about electricity. Him as Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison.
And I don't remember who the heck the other guy was.
Where the hell did you go to school, man?
Well, it was Tesla in there.
No, well, Tesla was like kind of a wild card, but he was competing with another guy in like the power
kind of
industry.
gas. Yeah.
Wasn't Westinghouse?
Yeah, Westinghouse.
Oh,
damn! Pay attention. How does the oldest man in the room know?
That's because you grew up around that time.
As you can see, we just brought Miguel's age.
400 years old.
And I'm Scottish.
Yeah, he grew up in a time far before us when they had kerosene lanterns driven along the back roads burning the midnight oils. That's not even a real. That's not even a real accent. Get the fuck out of here.
Anyway, yeah, this is about, I guess, the electricity was just coming into play, and this is how they got it all around America.
America.
fuck yeah!
Now, did that stupid electricity song pop in your head from Schoolhouse Rock? You know, electricity.
First of all, no, I don't know that one, but I just know that I'm just a bill.
You don't know Conjunction Junction? What?
Yeah, I know. I have Schoolhouse Rock, nigga. Shit. We rocking it all the time in his shit. No, I'm kidding.
That's what's happening.
He's into America House Rock over here.
I know, right?
Only America.
Anyway, we'll discuss the movie.
But anyways, the trailer it seemed interesting to me. It looks like a little bit of history, but it looks more like politics with it.
I would just like to say one thing. I like these kind of movies. Like cinematography wise, they have good actors.
Yeah, it was really
in it.
good.
It's a fucking light bulb that turns on. What kind of cinematography is that shit?
Just because it's new to you does not mean electricity's new to you. I know you can now afford it.
I'm
It's
Amish.
okay. What Amish? What the hell? Yeah, now I get that joke. Damn, I'm all like 10 minutes too late. What the fuck did the Amish have to do with this? They obviously. Oh wait, no, they make furniture. Anyway, so yeah, I was gonna say is no. What the fuck was I going to say?
I don't know. You say you like
these movies are actually really good. I really like these kind of movies. They remind me of like the Sherlock Holmes era, that whole thing. I will say though that they are really trying to make that like kind of drama. They're just pulling it out of every which woodwork they can. They're like, anyway, we can link all these people together, make it all drama kind of. Yeah, we'll make it dark and edgy, and we'll put in some random hot chick for no reason at all. Yeah.
It's like, we need a death. All right, just make sure somebody touched a hot wire.
Yeah, maybe somebody dies. Yeah, mystery, yeah. And it's like, but this, yeah. Anyways, so I'm not trying to make, I actually like this kind of movie, so just.
And it doesn't work till they flip the switch on. The end. Turn the light on.
I think what's interesting about these movies is realistically, though, that time frame was hard. It's kind of like now we have electric cars starting up, and a lot of people are really hesitant to get into that. And the companies that like all of them, Ford and all them, they're trying very hard, just like this guy was, to develop their own technology where they're seeing where this is going. And they don't really want it to go there. They like the way it is. They like in their case, kerosene lanterns and stuff. He liked it. They were making billions on that shit. Well, in their case, thousands because, inflation. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so, and now they have Edison here who actually stole the light bulb thing. We won't talk about that at all. We won't talk about
Stan Lee?
No. But he probably did invent it. No, it's Stan Lee. And but anyways, long story short, so these movies to me look pretty good. What do y'all think?
I think it's going to be interesting, very good. I'm going to go with you on this because no one's ever made a movie like this. I've never seen anything about this, and Tesla's in it, like you said, for a little bit. So I'm curious. I wish it had a better musical score, like you said earlier. Like you get that thumping, amazing sound when you go take a crap.
That's the trailer, people. So
All right, Trailer Police, what do you got to say?
I think that it does look like a really good movie. I do like the fact that they're actually exploring that era in Hollywood. I mean, like Kyle said, there is a bit of that dramatic.
I can't take you serious with the girl ponytail, dude. Put the hair down.
What the fuck?
And what's Hollywood?
Yeah, what is Hollywood? Is that
I said
is that
Hollywood.
Bible land? Like in
You don't say Hollywood. You say Hollywood.
I said Hollywood.
You said Hollywood.
You said holy.
In this place? I doubt it.
What are you trying to say, motherfucker?
But yeah, as I was saying, Hollywood. Either way, yeah, I think that it's a cool era for them to actually be exploring. I don't know how much of it is really going to be they're actually going to explore it and how much is it going to, they're just kind of cashing in on the fact that there's real interest around right now. It's a social media phenomena. It's an internet phenomena that people are arguing back and forth about, oh, Tesla's better than Edison. And, there's
They're completely two different things.
There's these pseudo history buffs going around and arguing on the internet, being internet warrior experts and,
Flat Earth.
The flat Earth.
The world, she's a flat.
The water, you can pour it on a lemon, so I know the Earth is not round because the water of the Hurricane Harvey would have just floated away. Like, what a fucking idiot. Anyways, yeah, no, I know where you're coming from, and the truth is it was actually two different technologies. And I'm kind of curious to how technical the movie's going to be. If it's going to be really technical, then it might be cool. If it's not, then, and it's just building a drama, which Miguel's like, yeah, that's pretty much what it's going to be.
It's going to be a lot of sex.
Yeah, what? No. No.
I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not at all. Here, fuck this light bulb. Well, what the?
It's like,
No.
what's this? Was it
That's not what it means when the light bulb blows.
phone sex going through the? Oh yeah.
Morse code sex? What the hell?
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next movie, man. Come on.
Freaking weirdo.
Weirdos.
All right, the next one we saw is it's a documentary that's on Netflix. It's called Resurface. This is the one about I guess all the army guys that had PSD and they're taking them surfing.
PSD, huh?
PSD. You know
PSTD.
what I mean.
Come on, man. I said shit right.
You said STD. What the fuck? PSTDs, huh?
PTSD.
There you go.
ET.
Oh Lord, what the hell is PID? What you fucked that up? All right. Yes, it's about the guys, and then anybody who suffers PTSD. It's basically a Wounded Warrior style project.
You can't stop laughing over there.
He's gonna die over here.
I'm gonna piss my pants.
You said PSTD.
He's pissed. I don't know.
Lord have mercy.
Christ have mercy.
Lord have mercy.
Look. All right, I'll go to classic term for it. Shell shock. Okay.
Okay. Well, yeah. But anyways, the point is these guys, they take them surfing, and it take up this whole history, and then it shows these guys that there's something to live for. You know what? To be totally fair, I think it's hard to make what I think is a documentary. It's going to be interesting as far as watching these guys and seeing the stuff that happens to them and the PTSD they suffer from, and then hopefully finding new hope in outdoor activity, which, you know, surfing is fucking fun. I wouldn't know because fucking Houston has horrible waves. So, you know, I mean, you have to go to a wave pool to get any kind of waves here. So, but as far as like doing outdoor activities and stuff, I think it's great.
Yeah, you know, you busted my balls earlier. I'm terrible when it comes to letters and getting things in order, but I think it'd be kind of hard to watch because I know a bunch of guys that went over there, and I don't think I could deal with that scene because it would make me remember some of my friends that came back not the same.
Yeah, a lot of them don't come back the same, which is hard for. I mean, I realize too, and everybody handles stress differently. We're not all the same. It's hard for me, and I find myself also suffering from a lack of empathy for people. Because I've had a lot of bad things happen to me over the years, really bad things, and I don't seem to have any ill effects from it compared to others. You know, I've seen others who've gone through very similar things and told me about it, and they're like have anger problems or they have PTSD or somewhere. Now, I do suffer from PTSD, but not in the same way. And I think my PTSD has turned from being kind of like I don't know how to put it exactly, but in my turn would be more along the lines of I just have less care. Like I give two shits less about certain things. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Empathetic?
Well, a lack of empathy sometimes. I have empathy for some, but then others I just have completely no lack of it, like none, zero, but like not a single shit at all. So, but again, you know, everybody suffers some shit their own way. So if surfing helps these guys, hey, I say go for it, man. I honestly, I think there should be more programs like that. And I don't just mean soldiers need it more than anybody, but I mean for everybody. I think we work too hard in this country. I think we work way too hard. We have way too much stress, and I think it leads to a lot of anxieties. I see it on the road every day. Every day, man, people road rage and acting like a bunch of fools. Friday, on the way to work, for real, on the way to work, I almost got killed last Friday. I took my C10 to work. I was all excited. I'm coming down the on-ramp, and some guy, I guess he was in a rush to get to work. He fucking cut me off. I slammed on the brakes. I went full-on sideways. I thought I was going to end up in the fucking building. Wow. That's crazy. Luckily, I let off the brakes and slammed on the gas and kicked myself back straight. But if I'd have been anybody else, I didn't know how to get out of a full-on... I full-on went sideways in the road. And there would have been nobody there. That guy didn't give a fuck at all. He just took off. All because he probably was in some hurry to be late for work or something. People just don't care anymore. They have a complete lack of empathy, and not because they've had bad things, but because they have no empathy at all.
Hey, you said it. You know, the Hurricane Harvey crap happened. Next day, 3 days later when I went back to work, oh yeah, driving like, oh yeah, I can see we really changed out here. People being assholes to people, almost cutting people off. I saw like 4 wrecks.
Yeah, people don't care. Like, I mean, people care in certain circumstances, and there's not a lot of bad in the world, but I'm just saying, like, people need to de-stress themselves. What's going on next?
Sean didn't say anything. I was just like,
nobody cares about what Sean thinks. Seanina over here.
Man, I'm really going to have to give it to you guys in the editing or something. I'm going to have to give it really hard.
And I said, Sean, great man, Sean. Sean, so amazing. Sean.
Damn you. You go to hell.
That's how he cuts me. It's like, Sean, great man, best man in podcast. Kyle, quit cast. Podcast, quit. It's like Sean, new leader of cast.
Like, me, lovey, Sean, long time.
It's like, what the hell?
Oh God! All right, the next one we saw was.
You didn't give a fuck about me.
Come on, Sean, give us your take, man.
Well,
And he's
okay.
done.
All right, we're done. No, come on, Sean, hit me.
No, I agree.
Not too hard.
Shit. I agree with a lot of what you said earlier too. That it is like, you know, there is a sort of like misunderstanding. Like in the first place, if you're going into the military, you got to understand that there is a good chance you could be deployed. You could end up in a combat zone. You know, something could happen. So you got to be, you know, prepared for that. And I think that's a 50-50 thing. That's a problem with the military, and that's also a problem with the people going into the military. Is there's not really enough of psychological preparedness for what that really involves and what that entails. You know, we're living in a very entitled, very easy lifestyle, first world nation, first world problems. Or the biggest problem is, you know, oh, I can't get that Beamer in the color I wanted. And there's a very big difference between that kind of problem and having freaking lead flying over at you and, you know, hitting a friend of yours beside you and seeing terrible things, atrocities committed on civilians, and you're not allowed to do anything about it because the rules of war say that's not, you know, in your area to be allowed to touch them because, you know, well, we're allies of theirs or whatever. You know, you see horrendous things. And then also there's one of the things that's makes the biggest difference is being somewhere where there's such a rush and where there's so much going on and where you're so a part of something that's happening and it's every day you're in almost an adrenaline dump scenario, so that it gets to the point you're not adrenalized anymore. It becomes the new normal. And then you come back over here where everything is just pointless, you know, where everybody's got everything so easy and there's really nothing going on. And you just have to sit back and marvel at like, wow, people are like freaking out about this stuff. Like, what the hell? And it just leaves you very confused because it's like, there's nothing going on here. And you actually hit a kind of depression because it's like, I'm used to there being a constant thrill to the point that that's where I was functioning normally. And now this is like way below anything that's thrilling, anything that gives me a sense of excitement and danger and what I'm doing with my life. So there's a lot of aspects to it. And I think the reason why maybe that surfing thing, you know, obviously if they're showing a documentary, he must have some level of success. I can see the reason why it would be bringing that success is it would be giving them something to channel to actually do and have a sense of meaning back in their lives. And just the, you know, the therapy of that. I think a lot of our modern problems, you know, because nations have been going to war for thousands of years. I mean, there's been tribal warfare. There's been all kinds of stuff. PTSD, to a certain extent, is it historical? Yeah, it's happened to a certain extent. But way back in the day, you didn't have a choice to have PTSD. And also, furthermore, they already just lived a harsh life. You know, you already had to just be adapted to a world that was based more on survival. We're completely alienated from the past our ancestors had to live in. We're completely alienated from, you know, the law of the jungle and having to really figure out that, hey, it's cooperate with these people around you or you're dead. You know, it's not like, oh, I gotta look out for number one. It's like, you better take care of the people around you because they're taking care of you. And when you have something wrong with you, you're going to need to rely on them.
Well, we should probably actually talk about that on a whole other show because actually it's a really good point that we don't have a society much anymore. We have the idealism of a society, but we really don't because you don't really rely on your neighbors to watch your shit.
And it's because we don't have to.
And, you know, hunt animals and feed your family. We really much are a nation of money. We're more of a nation based on consumerism rather than production. And that means in a multitude of things, not just one or the other. So, okay.
All right, now we're going to the next one.
Go ahead.
Everyone's just all dead quiet.
Segue.
Fuck. All right, next one we saw was Escape Room. I brought this one up because Kyle been to 2 escape rooms and enjoyed himself.
There was no butt sex in any of them.
Nope. This is more of a horror story.
This is a spoiler just by the title. Like, you already know what it is.
The butt sex part?
The movie.
So
Dr.
basically,
Scortez
just
says
basic
this
group,
wasn't that fun.
basic group of people going to an escape room that actually was a real, not for fun.
Definitely a movie based on white people problems.
Yes.
Obviously, they have way too much time on their hands. They want to go to a room where somebody locked them in and they have nowhere to go. I do not believe with this movie. This is ridiculous. You need to go to work. You need to make money for your hide. You need to go home to your wife. Stop being such a damn fool and getting your ass locked in a room on purpose.
Did we see any black people in there?
No, you did not, because they do not have time for that bullshit. We have to work. We have to get the cows. We have to get the things going. We do not have time for this shit.
Okay, my take now. Thank you, Punjab.
What the? I cannot believe you. I am not Punjabi.
Oh,
That is not me.
okay.
Okay,
No wheeze in the juice.
that is Johnson.
Johnson.
Okay, I can look at this two different ways. This is a cheap ass saw, cut off, rip off, whatever you want to do. But how awesome would it be if this movie started off like this and at the end it wound up like April Fool's? Do you guys remember April Fool's? April Fool's was a murder movie, like people getting killed on April Fool's Day, and then bam, at the end it was just a big old joke played on one person. Now that'd be pretty cool if this turned out to be that way, but it doesn't look that way. I saw guts. I don't know. I saw hands crushed. I don't know, but yeah, I want to see.
Have you ever seen The Game
The Game? Which one? Who's that in?
with Michael Keaton?
No, I don't think I've seen that.
Is it Michael?
Yeah, I
Keaton?
think.
Is it Michael Keaton?
No, not Michael Keaton.
It's
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
I haven't seen that one.
Yes, it's really good. You've never seen The Game? Oh, then fuck you. You need to watch The Game. I'm not even kidding. The Game is a good movie. It is only good one time.
Yeah.
Oh, because then you know
It's one of those.
There
Okay.
you go. And it is not a happy ending per se. You'll see. You'll
Yeah.
see. It's pretty fucked up.
This just
shut
looks
your
like
face.
this just looks like to me a
No.
Shut, what the fuck, Kyle?
I don't want you to give any
Fuck you,
spoilers
man.
to this man.
No, he's going to talk about the shitty movie we talked
Oh,
about.
yes, the
Talk
escape
about
room.
that shitty movie.
Yeah, so I think that it's just getting more money for the escape room industry. I mean, it's called escape
First,
room.
hey, I will say one thing. Don't let this stupid ass excuse for a movie make you not want to go to an escape room.
What are you
Escape
talking
rooms
about?
are hella fun. Go with like 10 fucking people and just go. I don't give a fuck which one you go to. There's all sorts of ones out there. They are fun. They're not like this shit. They're not. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's like, nah. Right after the trailer was over, the cow goes, I want to go to that room.
I'll probably solve that motherfucker. Like, you know,
There no hot chicks in the escape rooms?
no. That's why I said it ain't like nothing like it. It's average bitches. It's just average.
Dr. Scortez's escape room only has one way in.
I don't like that.
So
All right.
This next trailer, I'm stupid in here. Okay, what's next?
All right,
Fuck that movie.
You're a little
Next one
rusty
we
there,
saw-
ain't you, Rick? A little rusty.
No, Rust. I'm just waiting to see what else was going to come out of y'all's mouth.
I know, we ain't shut up much in this.
That's all right. Next one we saw was Killing Gunther.
I like her.
This is the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger
No.
playing as Gunther.
Yeah. Looks
I don't
funny
get
as
it.
shit.
It's more of a
It's
action
a spoof.
comedy.
It's a spoof action movie.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Shut up.
You don't get it.
I don't get it.
You don't remember the movie?
I remember the movie. I just didn't get it.
He's a
He's
hitman.
Gunther. He's a
He's a hitman, and they're
He's a nerdy hitman.
Yeah,
He's
like
kind
a-
of special ed hitman.
no.
no.
He's just a hitman.
He's just
His
being
name is
stupid,
Gunther.
and he's being stupid.
He's
kinda
stupid. Okay, so he's
He's
special.
kind of stupid. No, not special. Stop it.
I'm not saying special. I'm saying like he's touched in the head.
Do
type
that again?
special.
Oh, what the hell? He's got him like a dog. Like what? He's half man, half dog. What the hell? What?
He's touched in the head.
Yeah, okay.
I
asking you.
don't think so. I think
I'm not touching
it's
his
He's
just
head.
eccentric.
No, he's a good hitman.
He's
It's just he
eccentric.
pissed off this other hitman.
everybody's eccentric though. This is that kind of movie that
I
you're
am
all
not.
a little. You're in this movie? Are you half dog?
Well, in the face.
Hey, oh,
in the face.
In the face. Rick, are you gonna say anything? What the fuck are you?
I
reading
thought
right
y'all
now?
were still talking. I'm looking at all my notes.
oh, I thought you were looking at the dogs.
I thought he was looking at porn.
I want to see this movie. I really
do want to see this
Yeah, I want
movie
to see
too.
it. It looks funny. I just thought he was touching the head.
He is touching the head.
Okay, well then
He's European. They're all touching the head.
we do not. Come on, Rick, give us the
Starving
statement.
pygmies down in New Guinea, eh, man?
To me, it just looked funny. I mean, it's just him. He pissed off another hitman that just wants to kill him.
The interesting thing is, did he drop some of his movie quotes?
Yeah.
Yes, he dropped them all over there.
Look. Don't listen to Miguel. Don't listen to fucking Sean. Don't listen to fucking Rick. Don't even listen to my dumbass. Go watch this trailer, and it looks funny as shit. Like, for real. It really does. Again, take your brain and set it on the table next to you, and then watch the trailer.
Nice.
Don't watch the trailer with your brain on, because you're going to be like, this movie looks so stupid. I kind of watch this thing. I'm going to watch more of that 50 Shades of Gay.
That's not a sex scene.
It's not a sex scene.
What a scrub there. What the fuck? Dog.
And a new character on the show.
Sales.
All right, the next one we saw was called Downsizing with Matt Damon. And this is where they shrink people. I guess for a new lifestyle, being small, and the money, actually, they get a lot more money because the currency is different.
What are the animals at? What are insects? What are ants? What are spiders?
They're bigger than they are.
That's what I'm saying. This is turned into a horror movie in a second.
You're the one that just turned into a horror movie. You're the one afraid of spiders.
Well, this is the future. Maybe they killed all the ants and spiders. Maybe there's not anything else.
Yeah, fuck the ecosystem. Fuck them.
I have this mansion. It's a dollhouse.
First of all, you know what? I'm going to leave my opinion for last.
Okay, fine. I'm going to go see this movie because it's Matt Damon.
Okay. Sean, what about you, Sean?
I mean, I like the idea. I like, some of the size comparisons, just cinematography wise, looking at what it would actually be like from a miniaturized perspective.
Right?
I thought that was really cool because it looked like they did it kind of the right way. Whereas, when it was like, honey, we shrunk the kids, or honey, we shrunk ourselves, or whatever, those two, that were in sequence, they didn't really do it right. They didn't really give you that sense of you're actually tiny and everything else is so huge. With this, it looks like they're really applying some of those tricks of the mind so that you're actually looking at things from that perspective of if you were actually a tiny person.
Look at that.
That looks cool.
Midget sex.
No, Sean's favorite
They're
part
smaller
was,
than midgets.
Sean's favorite part was the actual life-size bottle of vodka, and then with the tap on it.
Yeah, his eyes did
Think of the possibilities.
Rick, what did you think of this?
Like I said, I thought it was a good movie. It looks good, funny, and everything. The only thing is, you're right. I think I'm looking at it's going to be a life lesson going to be towards the end of this thing.
Yeah.
And they're going to regret being small. That's what I look at it as.
Go big, don't go small.
Yeah.
I think the trailer was like the setup for the twist that in the rest of the movie you're going to see, oh my God, what have we done to ourselves kind of a thing. It does look like that. And that's kind of annoying because they do that so often. And
who knows,
gets to be a stale bit.
Even though they go small, what if their life expectancy goes shorter? Who knows? What about you, Kyle? Go ahead.
I would like to give my opinion on this. And it's pretty much, fuck this stupid ass movie, man.
Whatever, you'll be the first one in line.
No, first of all, no. Hell no. I'm going to be very blunt about this movie, all
You're
right?
like, shrink me so I can get a big box of popcorn.
Yeah, what? I don't even like popcorn. Anyways, no, I don't. I think this movie looks dumb. And first of all, one is, Sean's right. Pretty much he could figure out the plot. Is they're going to regret being small. But the second part is like, that is just stupid. Like, it is just straight up stupid. Yeah, overpopulation, let's shrink it. Where the fuck are the ants? One person leaves one sugar cube on that fucking thing, and then all the motherfuckers die. All of them. Snacks. Quick snacks. Nom, nom, nom. Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, no, this whole thing, and even the currency thing that I was thinking about, like, that's also just dumb. Like, everybody's a multi-billionaire now. If we shrink down, even the sizing, although some things seem right, like, that's not how... If you were smaller, wood wouldn't look like wood anymore. The granules are different. The structure of metal is different. The everything. You can't just make tiny furniture and be like, oh, it's tiny fucking furniture. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, no, that's not, no, fuck, no.
Mattel.
The cars are, it's not a real car. It's actually one of those you got to push back and then let it go.
No, it's one of those electric cars where it only turns right. Oh shit! Remember those? You cheap ass fucking. Your parents be like, "Here, I got your remote control car, mommy. It only turns right."
Hey Sean, didn't this black bastard just a few minutes ago said take
and only
brain,
in reverse?
Take your brain out.
No. That was only in the other movie, not in this piece of shit. No, this movie to me, I'm sorry, but Matt Damon has been seriously dropping the ball, and that's not against him personally, but why? What the? There better be a badass twist at the end of this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, only the small people survived the nuclear holocaust or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that was a hell yeah, good choice.
He got you, man. This is the prequel to Jason Bourne.
No. No.
Little people? Gigantus? I don't know.
What?
I'm just thinking.
I'm sorry. Did you say something?
He's trying hard to save this.
Yeah, no. Fuck this movie.
Man.
Next.
All right, and the last one we saw was called All the Money in the World with Mark Wahlberg and Kevin Spacey. This is about the kidnapping of Paul Getty's grandson.
Just be glad you ain't his grandson, because he would not save you.
I already said it, man. If I was rich as shit and they took my grandson and we're like, man, you're going to have to give us $15 million. That's cool. I'll make another one.
Well, I actually looked.
Nobody laughed. Fuck y'all. That's funny.
Because he's your grandson. You gonna make another one?
What's funny is
I'll buy another one. Hey, you look like my grandson. Get over here. Here's $1 million. You look like my grandson too. Actually, no. To be totally realistic about this movie, this is one where it's based on the Gettys, right? And he's like super rich, and they kidnap his grandson, and they're basically like based on a true story, and they're basically like, give us $17 million or some ridiculous shit, and we'll release him. And then basically there's this whole thing, and Matt Damon plays like a private investigator trying to find
Mark Wahlberg.
Mark who?
Damn.
Mark Wahlberg.
Who did I say?
Matt Damon.
See, he's making shitty movies too. Anyways, and it actually looks really, really good. And it looks really good because, first of all, Kevin Spacey does not look like Kevin Spacey at all. Damn. And the second one is that you have to be, in order to be that rich, you have to be that ruthless. And I don't blame him for saying what he did. Because at the end, in the trailer, he's like, no, I'm not paying dick.
Now, I looked this up about the whole situation. Yeah, they kidnapped him and everything. And this is his perspective on why not. And I, like Kyle said, he would agree with him on this part. Why would he give in to anybody for just his grandson? Why would he go ahead and pay that much for his grandson? Well, they're going to kidnap another one, and they're going to do the same thing. They're going to do another one and do the same thing. He says, no, fuck no. He's not going to do it.
Yeah, you give a rat something this, and he's going to want the cracker. I know what you're talking about. I understand 100%.
Yeah, so that's what he did.
And who's to say they would have given him back anyway? They could have taken the money and run.
Here's a toe.
Well, they were doing it. They were sending like a piece of hair, and we're going to send pieces until you give us what we want. But they actually dropped the money down. He negotiated the money down from $17 million to guess how much?
$5 on a melted Snickers.
2.2 mil.
Okay.
He dropped it that low, and then he says, okay. He goes, I'm not going to pay any higher than that. You want to know why?
Why?
Tax deductible.
Nice. Damn.
Did he pay it?
He paid that, but they caught him, even though it was tax deductible or whatever. And then this, and it's spoiler because, it's already happened. You can actually look
the
it up.
Titanic sinks? What?
You know what really happened? He got Mel Gibson on the phone. He's like, give me back my son.
You find out later that the son that did get kidnapped, he found out what happened, why he wasn't released right away and everything. And then he ended up doing drugs and everything because he felt depressed through the whole thing.
Yeah, it sucks being a multi-billionaire. Yeah, it's a real shame. Buy whatever you want.
They weren't. The son, the grandson wasn't the millionaire because it was his mom. They kind of separated his from his
sucks
dad.
being associated with a multi-billionaire.
There you go.
And you have money for drugs, so you obviously have money for nothing else in your responsible life. So yeah.
First world problems, back to it.
What do you got to say, Sean? Since
Diamond world problems. Like, I don't even know. That's like beyond first world problems. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I can't believe it. I can only afford the red Ferrari. Fuck.
Top 1% problems.
My 50-carat diamond looks so gray.
I can't believe this dress only comes in aqua.
Okay, as Sean as he's looking for his dress, what did you think of the movie there?
I thought it looked very...
What do you think of my dress?
What do you think about my JJ? It's diamond encrusted.
You got your shit cut off.
It's like, let us
right,
quote on the show. Miguel admitted he has a vajayjay.
He does. Yeah, you sit right in front of me.
What? Oh, you tried. You did try. You tried. That was pretty bad.
That was bad.
Because Rick didn't get what you said, so it was like he wasn't like, oh, he was like,
whoop.
Yeah,
he didn't help me.
I got what you said. I was just looking. I was like sitting right in front of you.
He overthought it.
Yeah, I know.
You're supposed to be like, no, bitch. Instead, you were like,
look, I got you with JJ or some shit like that.
You're supposed to. Instead, you were like, oh, I don't care. In
a world gone bad.
Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was really
a good movie.
Yeah, it looks like a good movie.
The plots is just, oh my God.
it's not typical.
No, not
but
at all.
It's true. You know.
I agree. We should have an entire conversation between you.
You literally, you cannot ad lib. You're like, what the fuck is he doing? I don't know what do I do with my hands?
You should have came back with your Irish accent.
Yeah, you should have been like,
I'm not going to do that.
You should have did your Korean accent.
How you doing?
I could do the Chinese one. I don't do good Korean, though. I'm not going to do that right now.
Oh, okay. Go ahead with your serious ass.
You got some serious ass.
Wow, coming from you.
He's got A pass. Leave him alone. He got that hairy ass.
I thought it looked like it was a good... just what they're going to get into it. For one thing, at least by the trailer, it was a good mixture of like the dark and then the comic at the same time. And, you know, I think it's going to get into that kind of what is it really like being that wealthy, and, you know, what's his logic really like, and how he does, you know, just like where the media is concerned and where everybody else is concerned, he's not cared about his image. You know, he's not giving the least bit of a concern about what they think. You know, he's just like, hey, I wouldn't give a single dime. And that just freaked the heck out of all.
He's rich. He's got money.
No fucks given.
They
Say
just
it.
don't care.
Say it in Kevin Spacey.
No.
You can't do Kevin Spacey.
I can't do Kevin Spacey.
Christopher Walken saying no fucks given.
No fucks given. Not even. Maybe a little.
There's your episode title. No fucks given.
No, that's more like Christopher Walken in Last Man Standing. He's like,
Don't believe everything you hear.
Actually, he talked more like this.
No, he didn't.
He didn't have the normal.
you don't even
Walken
sound like Christopher Walken.
I'm just saying he didn't have the
You
normal.
just sound like a man making his voice do.
He didn't have that Christopher Walken accent in Last Man Standing.
He did. He goes,
Don't believe.
You play roulette. Always bet on black.
oh, he has that and everything. Watch, I just recently watched it, and he was like,
Don't believe everything you hear. You wouldn't be the kind of guy shoot a man in the back, would you?
because I swear to God, don't make me go get it. You YouTube that shit right now. We're going to prove it. Anyways, Sean, I agree with you 110%. Miguel, what do you have to say?
I said plenty already.
All right, we're done with you. I really look forward to this movie. I think it's going to be really good. But I don't know if this is the kind of movie I want to see in the theater.
Even though it's done by...
I don't care who it's done by.
Martin Scorsese.
Oh, then it's going to be amazing. We should go right now.
Ridley Scott.
Ridley Scott.
Yeah, he's the one that did it.
Michael Bay.
Explosion.
There's no explosions in it. I'm giving him the money. Explosion in the background.
Hot girls with platform pumps and mini skirts. Wait, yes? Oh, a lot of yes.
James Cameron presents a love story gone wrong.
God dang.
One man all alone, with only the hostages there to confront him and console him.
I don't know.
What the fuck you were going?
I don't know where I was going with that.
Ben Stiller stars.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. No way.
Oh God. That's trailer talk, then, gentlemen.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
I'm just looking. What the fuck?
Wait, what's next? What's got news?
I got some news.
Shut up.
He said sex. I don't know what's going on. You know, we actually know what's going through his mind right now.
He's got a vajayjay.
Whoa.
All right. As much as we all, bash the hell out of Batman v Superman, they want to bring it back to the movie theater. But they're going to bring the Ultimate Edition onto the big screen, make it rated R.
So it makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
So we're going to get Lois and Clark getting it on?
probably.
Nice.
She dies.
She dies with
Injection.
She threw her like a bullet.
Yeah.
Shoots up into her brain.
What's that stupid ass joke that's going around? You see Superman and woman talking to Batman. We told you it's going to be rough to do a three-way with this, but you just kept on screaming, I'm Batman. And Batman's in the hospital with the neck brace around his neck.
Anyways.
I'm Batman.
I can't. Anyways, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, it's going to be a rated R film, so I don't know if anybody's going to go back and watch that one.
Nah, fuck it.
Tom Cruise in the
fuck.
making.
No.
In the making of Mission Impossible 6, I saw the video. He did break his ankle in 2 places doing his own stunts.
Well, Scientology will get you doing that.
You know, when I
believe your own hype.
When I am God. When I type that, I go, Sean's gonna. Sean, I go,
Sean.
Kyle's gonna bring up some stuff about that shit right now.
Fucking Scientology, get out of here.
Help me, Tom Cruise. Save me.
I pray to Tom Cruise, but I what is it? No, I worship Tom Cruise, but I pray to Joe Pesci. He can get shit done.
And then, yeah, it is official now that they are going to have an Obi-Wan spinoff Star Wars movie.
Bah, bah, bah. You know what? I should be more excited about that. But you know, I know how they fuck them up. Is that so wrong? Like, I love the Star Wars universe fans. Oh my God. Huge Star Wars guy. I don't like any of this shit. Like, seriously. Like,
I'm a huge fan. Hate this shit.
Yeah.
I just like the toys.
Except for Rogue One. Rogue One turned out really good.
And then, as we noticed, John Cena's been popping up in a lot of movies lately.
John Cena! I don't even watch wrestling.
You do the hand movement.
I know.
That's impressive.
Well, they are doing.
I was following your lead.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having some kind of a
Caesar. Oh, God! Oh, John Cena!
Ask the mouth.
Damn.
What?
All right. Like I said, he's been popping up a lot lately. He's coming up in the Transformers spinoff movie Bumblebee. He's cast into that movie already. Mm-hmm. And it's been in talks that he's going to play Michael Knight in the Knight Rider movie.
Dun dun dun.
Can't see John Cena as Michael Knight. I'm sorry. But
and The Rock's going to be Kit.
No.
Rick's like, wait a minute.
No,
Shut your face.
Guess who's going to be Kit?
Christopher Walken?
Vince McMahon?
That would be awesome.
Michael, don't do it. That didn't even sound like Michael. That didn't even sound like Christopher.
Tyrion Lannister.
Oh.
No.
I drink and I know things.
It's going to Kevin Hart is who they're talking to play as Kit.
Oh, it's going to be stupid.
Could be worse. Could be the old Hughley.
Yeah, it could.
Hughley?
Turn right. No, I mean left.
Nice. It's going to be Al Pacino.
And then we
Should
also...
have zigged when you zagged.
What the fuck?
Hooah!
I was waiting for that.
I was trying to get it out.
Where's the hoo-ha?
I couldn't get it out. You guys.
Sean just being quiet over in the corner, man, because you believe this shit. Sean, what do you think that
I'm
happened?
watching them lose their shit over.
Out of order. I'll show you who's out of order.
I can't do it.
Oh, all right, and now
Someone push the life alert button.
the what?
We died over here, bro.
I'm going out. Come on, fellas. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Martin Scorsese is going to produce the Joker origin movie.
Sorry, I'm wiping the tears from my eyes.
That was really good.
He's produced by Martin Scorsese, but directed by the Hangover director. Jared Leto is not going to be the Joker.
You know who's going to be the Joker?
Who?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
Yeah. They were talking about Leo being the Joker, but they were also thinking of Steve Ogg being the Joker.
First of all, who's Steve Ogg?
He's the one that plays as Trevor on...
you know, the guy we interviewed at Comapalooza?
He's the one that plays Trevor on Grand Theft Auto 5.
He's also the guy from The Walking Dead. He's Negan's right-hand man. We interviewed him.
If you know how Trevor looks...
We interviewed him?
Yeah, we did. Well, we did. You weren't there.
I was busy.
You know how Trevor looks on... You know how Trevor looks
I don't
on
have
Grand Theft
time
Auto
for
5.
C actors.
He looks exactly the same.
Speaking of movies, you got Hellboy in there? Have you seen the picture of the new Hellboy?
Yeah.
That nigga swole.
Yeah,
Like swole in. Like just Sean, you working out wrong, apparently. You just need a bodysuit and some red paint. Shit.
And then we also got John Wick Chapter 3 coming out in 2019. And then, yeah, of course, you've seen the picture of the Hellboy. You saw it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it
And
was pretty dang cool.
Hellboy's supposed to be dark. It's going to be a rated R film.
Thank God, finally.
And it's going to be dark. So I don't know how, the guy that's playing him is the guy that was from Stranger Things.
Yeah. Because he was supposed to do Cable or some shit.
Yeah, he was supposed to do Cable, but then they switched it to...
That's Stephen Ogg.
Okay.
Not the little one. That's my son.
Okay. Oh, it was the guy in the red shirt we're talking about.
No. That's the beast.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll be Stephen Ogg. I think that he could bring a grittier Joker, and that's what I would like to see. But I kind of feel like they're going to do Leonardo DiCaprio just because it's going to be that appealing to the girls Joker, and that sucks. But oh well.
Well, that's Scorsese's guy, though.
Yeah, you know that, right? I mean, he's been in The Departed and a bunch of other crap that Scorsese's done.
I don't know. I think if Scorsese gets his hand on it, to be totally fair,
It's gonna be good.
it's going to be good whoever they get. Just because it's going to be more mobsterish, kind of realistic.
Realistic.
We're making up new words. Realistic.
Yeah, guys. Look it. Blah.
We got a bit of Al Pacino and then Rick James Brown over here. All right, Miguel.
I'm Rick James. Enjoy yourself, bitch.
We're gonna focus the spotlight on Miguel here. What's your take on or your review on It?
Make it fast.
The movie It.
The movie It.
Shit.
I actually enjoyed it. There was a lot of CGI on the clown, obviously, but Bill Skarsgård did a great job. It gave me the creeps a couple of times. But if you've seen the original, you're pretty much going to know what's going on with the new one. But they did change it up a little bit. I did have a problem with some of the changes they did, making different kids do this. And I felt at one point they were like trying to sexualize the little girl. You know, when they all jumped in the quarry to swim. And a few seconds later, she's laying on the rocks. And she's like in her underwear and her bra, and the boys are just staring at her. And then she looks at them, they all look away. And they get dressed. I'm like, that wasn't necessary. I just thought that was kind of like, what the hell did you do that for? But it was not necessary, but it was good. Oh, and by the way, in the previous one, the dad was an abuser. You know, he beat her. In this one, he was, you know, doing the other thing, the taboo shit. So I thought that was ridiculous too. I really had problems with those two parts of the movie. Other than that, it was pretty good. I thought the clown did well, and of course, there'll be a second part. It did very well at the box office, actually.
Yeah, we didn't do box office numbers. Didn't even think about it.
We're a little out of touch.
Yeah.
You're out of touch. No Hall & Oates?
Out of time.
Nice.
About damn time.
I know.
All right, and then going into some gaming news, one trailer we all saw, We Happy Few, that Kyle thought was interesting.
It's coming to PlayStation 4.
It's coming to PlayStation 4.
Right.
Oh.
And then I had some impressions on NBA Live 18 coming to the PlayStation. It actually looks really good. Graphic wise, it's really good. The arcade the arcade part is really fun. It's hard to shoot, but my nephew kicked my ass. Pretty sure.
You said NBA Live or
NBA Live?
Okay, not 2K. Okay,
not 2K. 2K that comes out tomorrow. Actually, on Tuesday.
Sweet, I gotta pick that up.
That comes out, yeah.
The beard's on the cover.
Now, my dad, we've been gone for a while, and I had the game I was going to kind of review for y'all before the storm happened. Mafia 3, I had beaten that one, got all the 3 endings. It's not bad. I'd give it
I had power during the hurricane, so I played games.
That was the translation.
Dick. Us out there dying in 98-degree weather with mosquitoes. You out there playing video games.
I invited you to come over.
How the hell am I going to cross the... Shut up.
You walked into
I sure
you
did.
swam into that one. Go ahead, Rick.
Anyways, it was... I'd give it that's an average game. I'd give it a 5 out of 10
Okay.
on that one because it was...
Yeah, man. I bought not Mario. I bought Lego Worlds thinking it was going to be cool. No, it is not cool. Fuck that game.
Lego what?
Lego Worlds. I thought it was going to be
Okay.
cool. It's basically like a giant Minecraft, but in Legos. Not cool.
No?
You think it's going to be cool? All the YouTube videos make it look cool. Everything seems cool. It is not cool. It is boring ass, whack ass game with horrible, horrible camera angles. Really just horrible game. Horrible,
Yeah.
repetitively shit. No, you shut up.
Shit.
Fuck this game. Fuck Lego Worlds. The concept and idea was cool. Execution was poop.
Is it a step above Battleborn or a step beneath?
I think it's a step beneath. For real.
Wow.
Like that bad.
Hey, my dad, you can go to Five Below and buy Battleboard.
That's messed up.
there's a store, it's Five Below. Everything's $5 and below, and you can buy Battleboard in there.
Hey, nobody wants it, but you could use it to lift your furniture up in the next hurricane.
That's what y'all get for Christmas.
Yeah, everybody get Battleboard.
Then the other one I played Call of Duty Infinite War, and I beat that one also. That one, it was okay. The stories, they're usually really good, but since this was in space, I just couldn't get the concept of it or whatever on it.
You're a flat Earth kind of guy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I wanted to fall off the edge, but
Yeah, you got all
It's
that.
in space. I don't believe in space.
But don't get me wrong.
Between your ears.
I was like, don't get me wrong, they got a lot of good actors in this one. They got the guy that played Martian Manhunter in Supergirl. He's in it. The bad guy from A-Team, the one that played Pike, he was the main character. Jon Snow was the main enemy.
Go ahead and give us the line. Tell him what you told me at Little Caesars.
Oh, I told him when I had to kill the Jon Snow character in there, I had to kill him. I was like, for the watch.
Wait a minute, is this in a game?
Yes.
Which game is this?
Call of Duty Infinite War. It's one we've been talking about.
Sorry, did you say something?
That's fucked up.
No, okay, so you killed Jon Snow for the watch.
Yeah.
He's just upset because
Hey,
there's
speaking of, did any of y'all hear that there's a possibility that Bethesda is making a God,
You told me
Game
that.
of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
They're making Game of Thrones, and the reason it got leaked was Target and a couple other companies supposedly have saved on their website Target/Game of Thrones game by Bethesda.
Really?
Yeah. And apparently Bethesda bought the rights to the website as well. Bethesda Game of Thrones or something like that. Anyways, and I guess this is how they're finding out what games they're making or something. But apparently they were in talks before Skyrim, I think, came out, or Morrowind was going to come out or whatever.
Huh.
And they basically kind of fell through, but I guess it didn't fall through. I think there's just, again, if it isn't true, my bad. It's not like I'm trying to put out false, information. I just what I heard. But for real, if that's true, then they actually are making an open world Skyrim style Game of Thrones fantasy style game, which, to be totally fair, although it would have a lot of Skyrim-y shit in it, I'm sure, they probably could pull it off pretty fucking good. I just hope they don't. What I would like is a character that follows and you get to choose like who you go through, and I'm hoping it's not based like too far in the future.
Choose your house.
Or too. But if they do it, you have a couple options. They could do it like current, which is what we see, which would suck. Or they could do it, and the reason it would suck is because like not that you kind of know how it turns out, but you kind of know where it's going. Or you could do it like in the past or something like that. It looks really neat.
He'll be part of the Hooah.
Yeah. Hoo-ha. Yeah. God. Dog it. What?
They just better not miss the opportunity to call it the video Game of Thrones. That's all I'm saying.
The video Game of Thrones.
Just added video in front of Game of Thrones. He finally got it.
This is clever. Yeah. Nothing gets over my head. I would catch it. My reflexes are way too fast.
And the last game I played and beat was Destiny 2.
It gets stuck in your pube.
Yeah, another reviewer had said that there was a lot of issues he had with the game.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It does have its issue, but it does have a really good story. Downfall
would change.
Downfall, it's short. It gives you a lot of new subclasses and everything. It does improve from the first one. I do like the way it does end, but then after the credits, it does show another little part ready for the next expansion. So it's actually going to continue on with the story.
Is the world bigger? Is it really more immersive, or is it back to the donuts again?
It's more immersive, but I like the fact that now you don't have to go to the ship all the time. You can actually pick the map, and then finally it'll just shoot you.
Oh, cool.
What the fuck they talking about?
I'll get more in depth with it before.
Donuts. I don't know. I heard donuts.
I did too.
Donuts sound really good.
Okay,
right
so
now.
the maps of Destiny, you can literally go around the entire map in a circle. They're much more linear than what they were letting on that it was going to be. That was the
I've never played
problem.
one.
No, Destiny was a clusterfuck. There was a lot of fun shit in there, but it was very repetitive. And although it was fun, I liked certain things about it. I felt it fell real short of what they promised.
Yeah.
And I felt like maybe Destiny 2, I haven't played it, so I don't want to taint anything. I feel like from what I'm hearing from the reviewers out there that have talked about it is that it's very similar, but just more polished, way more polished.
Well, the Rickers beat it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've already beat it. So again, part of me, all is fair. All is fair is sensing that I did have fun playing with you. I think that was one of the best features of
Only
Destiny
you would
2.
think that.
I would play.
What do
with,
you do?
I play with Miguel too, but it's too small.
He plays with the sun.
What the fuck? What?
This taboo motherfucker over here.
Call of Duty, fools.
It's all like, wait, what?
See, he calls of duty
Yes.
with his son.
Yeah.
You sleep with a dog.
Hey, you stop and get back on the subject here. God, you nasty man. Nasty man. Nasty man. Anyway, so I had fun playing as almost co-op-y style, kind of like Battlefield is, and that part was cool. I really did like that, but there were limitations.
Yeah, I mean, I like the fart. I mean, yeah, I remember
fart?
the fart. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, a lot of
How'd that fart work out for you?
a lot of the grinding. Remember how
Was
it
there
used to-
grinding in this fart?
Shut the hell up. Like it was all the grinding fucking missions where you had to collect all the same fucking shit over and over and over.
Yeah.
They stopped that this time. This time it actually does give you something to do.
Damn, it's my kind of game. All right, grinding the fucking missions.
In farting. Grinding farts.
Oh no, I give Destiny 2, I gave it a 7.5 for being a strong fan of it.
I thought you were going to say a good fucking game.
Speaking of games, this motherfucker over here, he comes over to my house and he takes all of his games back. This cheap ass bastard.
You weren't even playing them.
I know. That is not the point. They were free for me. Okay, wait. So he takes back his game. He goes, hey, I have a favor for you. I'm going to drop off this game right here so you can play. And I look down, and there's Resident Evil 6.
And he never played it.
And I did. I put it in, and I turned it off in like 15 minutes. This piece of shit ass game. Fuck that stupid. Who the fuck? What happened to that game? This game here is piece of shit. I put the game in. I cannot get jiggy with this. It is horrible. I put the game very linear. You cannot shoot the man. It is crazy. It is constant. It is very. I'm going to use these herbs to clean this bullshit. Like, what the fuck is this? What am I supposed to do with this?
Clearly, you were playing the Indian version.
I was the Nigerian, you fucker. I am from South Africa, not your mother's pussy.
Oh, Allah Akbar.
What? Wrong country.
And now you see why I loaned it to you.
Yeah, it was so bad. No, seriously.
That was a
Resident
dick
Evil
move.
has lost all credibility with me. Fuck that game. They are horrible. The graphics are terrible. They're only pretty in the face.
And they can't drive for shit.
They can't. No, they can't shoot. I got to the part where you get the gun, and then you walk out, and you're walking through that kind of like torn up cars, and that was it. I turned it off. I was like, I was shooting the car door, and I'm like, I'm aiming at the guy, and it keeps shooting the car door, and I was like, okay, fuck this game.
You know what, Sean? Some badass trailer come out for Resident 7. This motherfucker will be the first one to get it. I'm getting it.
No, I don't like those games anymore. I don't know what happened to that company or whatever, but they done fucked it up. No, horrible game. I am looking forward to Shadow of War.
Yeah, that's coming out
the
soon.
Mordor, Shadow of War Mordor. I know it's going to have to pay for transactions, and I understand all that. But I look forward to that game, and it's not coming out until October 10th now. So it's past my birthday, actually, which
What about the new
blows
Call of
toast.
Duty?
I don't really care about those stupid-ass games. I'm a real man. I play Battlefield. I don't really play anything much anymore. I just work my dick off until I die.
What the hell?
I know. I log on to PlayStation. It's like, oh look, Kyle's on, and it says Netflix.
Yeah, and it's usually my wife. My wife and my kids. My kids play the Little Big Planet. I've actually been playing a lot of Grand Theft Auto, and I will say one thing about Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't play online. I'm sorry. I just don't play online. I don't like playing with other people. I played it for like 5 minutes. I didn't like it. It wasn't for me, but that's cool. I like playing the game. The one thing that I felt like it didn't do, which I think is really neat now, like Skyrim and Fallout and all them, Bethesda's given into the mods. I feel like they should have given into the mods for Grand Theft Auto for me to play. Not online. You can do your shark points, but for just me to play in the game. Because, man, I'm telling you, they only did a few updates to that thing, and there's quite a few cool things in there that are okay. But it's still kind of the same. It's like I was hoping it'd be way more modifiable. And then again, a game that's still that old is still that playable.
Yeah,
Yet I can't play fucking 15 minutes of Resident Evil 6
but you can play Grand Theft Auto 5
all
the
day
entire
long.
time.
All day long. And honestly, you can sit there, go sit by the beach or something, and just listen to the people, and you'll fucking love this game. It is so funny. I like to listen to people when they're on their cell phone. in the game. It's hilarious. It's the funniest shit in the world. Like, seriously. I put cream on that. Like, what the fuck? It burns when I pee, girl. Like, what the hell? Like, for real. But anyways, yeah. So.
Yeah, I think we have a whole new standard for video games now because the real potential has been developed out. So everything that falls short of that is just like, what, why are you producing this when this is what's possible? Why are we still getting shit like that, which is like not even hardly playable? It just kind of blows your mind, the difference between,
you can see it very fast. It doesn't take very long. It's literally like trailers are BS when it comes to video games because you don't know.
No.
Like, you don't know.
Isn't Battleborn coming out? Battleborn 2 isn't it come out in May?
Battlefront.
No, Battleborn.
We don't care about that
one.
game. Yeah. Battlefront 2 is coming out soon, though.
Hooah.
Oh, I like Rick's. Hooah. Ba 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 the ba hoo-ha.
All right. Sean, go ahead and close
let's
this
not
out.
get started on that.
All right.
We should just sing the entire episode.
Sure, no problem. No, I'm not.
Oh. Hey,
right.
Rick, can we close us down?
Well, kind of, Miguel. Twitter
No,
numbers?
that man, that funky downtown.
Well, first it was lounge, and then it was like swing. So we're gonna do like swing big band stuff.
You can't sing like Nitro.
Oh, how did he sing?
I forgot. You kind of had it going with the whole downtown part. You just
That funky man downtown. That's like Frank Sinatra.
Yeah.
It's like lounge.
Can you hit me with those big ass Twitter numbers?
I get no thrill from champagne. Mere alcohol.
has nothing to do with Twitter numbers, but okay.
Well, shit. To be honest with you, I don't know where the hell the last numbers I gave us was. So it's kind of hard to tell you where we went and where you came from.
It was at 1.
Well, then, damn. We've grown huge.
Thank you.
If I'm correct, last Twitter update we gave was at 7,051. And as of today, we're now at 7,341. You do the math.
Yeah.
You do the math.
2.
That's almost 290. So there. Not bad, huh? So we're getting close. I mean, we're what, September 18 now?
You think we could hit 10,000 by the end of the year?
If I quit being lazy, yeah. No, yeah. Well, all that time was Hurricane Harvey and all that other crap, so it really can do much.
Well, you should have been on it because at least you had cell phone for a little while.
Yeah, but I need to conserve my battery. I wasn't playing games. That's all I could do was play games.
Well, I think that's pretty good. We picked up another.
I miss my friend Andy.
You touched my balls.
What?
Anyways, we got to make our shout outs too.
Yeah, we got plenty of shout outs tonight since we've been gone for so long. We got to give a shout out to the main sponsor, Uncanny Comics, who usually brings us the box office numbers, but Rick didn't want to give us numbers today.
Fucker.
We off. We just got back, so we just
Put your pants back on.
Oh, nasty. Man, I don't remember half the other people that's with us. Tokyo Munches. Hey, man, you hear about that shit? He's getting blackballed by Facebook.
Yeah, you got to stick it to me. You know what? I'm thinking cut a horse's head off, put it in Facebook's mattress. Let's see what happens.
I sent the Tokyo Munchies on the cool to the guy. Get taken care of.
Did he say why they did that? Like, can't you, like, that doesn't make any sense.
Someone put it like he was doing explicit stuff. Like, I guess the Japanese writing on his stuff was, I don't know. I have no idea. It makes no sense to me. There's nothing. It's a freaking bag of candy. And like, whatnots. It's like,
I'm sure he could write a letter.
Yeah, but he appreciated us retweeting and everything else as we did for him, so that's a cool thing. Tokyo Munchies does a lot for us, Virus Vodka, a sponsor a partner we love very much, especially Sean. And then, of course, we have Time Out Entertainment, who, if you guys know here recently, I don't know if you know, you've been out of the loop.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Big Daddy.
Who told you my name?
Nice. Well, Time Out is hoping to launch a podcast in the beginning of the new year. He wants me to join in and do it with him. We'll talk sports and whatnot. Of course, everybody else can come on with us as well. Probably do it from here. It's the only place I can figure out where to do it from. I ain't rich. I'm just going to move into your house. We're letting you know now we're going to podcast out to your house. Okay? I'm just fucking with you. But then again, who else? Black Forest Comics. Who else we got to give shout outs to? Come on, man. Help me out here.
Hello, Beyond the Dawn Radio.
Beyond the Dawn.
No fucks given. and Sling Lube. Excuse me, Sling Fling. SFD Radio, who sponsors Kyle.
And to be totally honest, we had to give it props to them because all of y'all are sponsors because we were out and we felt bad. But to be totally honest with you, we really were in a pinch. So, thanks for sticking with us. Thanks to all our listeners for sticking with us. And we're going to come back with some different skits. We're going to do, this was just basically a day for us to be stupid and not even, we honestly, it was probably the worst show ever. But
we just had to record something.
Yeah. But as far as what we plan for the future, hopefully in the new season, apparently I didn't even know we were in season 2. The finale on this one, Rick puts his pants on. But no,
little Rick goes away.
So, what I was gonna say is we hopefully will bring you some new skits and have some fun, and hopefully bring you some more live stuff. I really think we need to get into more live stuff. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, let's close it out then. Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful episode of Critical Thinking Podcast, along with my amazing co-hosts John, Peter, and Frampton, and Ringo.
Season 2. Now
he said Ringo. All he can do is drum.
I don't know what you mean. I'm not Ringo. I didn't do that. No, it's not me.
I thought it was Paul.
Paul?
Paul did it.
Paul, he bangs the one with a wooden leg.
I don't remember everybody to go out on Amazon and purchase season 1 of Critical Thinking Podcast.
You can do that?
Yes.
You can purchase us?
But you're the one that said we would.
Well, if that's the case, somebody's bootlegging us. We gotta go after that asshole.
Bootlegging ourselves. Thanks, guys, for joining us on season 1. It was great. It was amazing. It was a wonderful experience. Sometimes good.
Thanks for hanging out with Joe Bob, Billy Ray, Curly Sue, and
Curly Sue. Tuck it back. All right, guys. No, for real. From all of us to all of you, we hope you have a wonderful week. Thanks for listening.
Hey guys, you can connect with us on iTunes
at Critical Thinking Podcast
and Twitter
at critic_thinking
and also on Facebook and Instagram
at Critical Thinking Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, Critical Thinking is on Beyond the Dawn Radio, which is known for playing the best indie radio music around the world.
On Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific and 9 p.m. Central Time.
And if you like the show, please 5-star the episode and tell your friends. So thank you for joining us, thinking shit through one podcast at a time.